Welcome to Thailand, a country best known for both its beautiful landscapes and great food. We know the real reason why you're visiting. Ladyboys aside, we're here to kill a musician, and he's accused of murdering a woman and his family's lawyer who helped cover it up. And while we're speaking of legal teams, I thought I'd let you guys know that mine has advised me not to talk about the free candy tips I promised in the last video until my trial's over. So to try and make my job here easier, I decided to post a picture of where this guy is staying on my Instagram story, as there's no real consequences to doing so. It hasn't been 30 days yet at the time of me posting this video, so that joke is still relevant. I make my way to the front desk and check myself in under the name Tobias Reaper. Nothing about this name or my threatening appearance will arouse any suspicion that I'm here to murder multiple people. I get to my room and discover a little Easter egg. Agent 47 is not only bald, but only weighs 47 kilos. What is this, 1945? After finding nothing of value in my room, I come across a guy who lights up a cigarette inside the lounge area and doesn't even bother to open a window. I'm American, so I automatically assume that all of our laws apply around the world, and I kindly ask him to put it out.
That is just so dangerous.
Unfortunately, this alerts the entire building, and now everyone knows that Toshiba Laptop is in fact a violent individual.
You can't just...
After assaulting multiple people with no real objective in sight, I find a fire extinguisher, and that proves to be a very useful weapon. With an arsenal of fire extinguishers and a rage fueled by the fact that I was bullied in high school, I Lee Harvey Oswald two workers outside having a smoke. I'm making all of Thailand a tobacco-free zone, one step at a time. Unfortunately, the guards overwhelm me, and I find out my virginity doesn't protect me from bullets, only women.
Is that her? Heidi?
I don't know who Heidi is, but you're welcome.
What the? You okay?
Huh? Huh?
Hey, time to wake up. Stop throwing shit around. Yeah, girl,
Wrong button.
I decide to restart from an earlier save, and this time not murder half the hotel staff. I'm not trying to recreate the John Lennon assassination, but instead find a non-violent way to shoot a musician in the head. I took way too long to figure out what the hell I was doing, so you know what, fuck it, I'm not gonna edit the video anymore. Here's 10 minutes of me playing Hitman and wandering around aimlessly. Along the way, I stop by the bar and some older lady comes up and starts hitting on me. She wants me to meet in her room in 5 minutes, but it's kind of weird because she looks like my grandmother, so I think I'm gonna pass on that. I've been waiting in her room for over 10 minutes, which is pretty disappointing. At least when my uncle hits on me, he at least follows through. I find some other guy unconscious on the floor of her bedroom, and I think about how she probably tells her family that she's spending the week helping the needy in third world countries. Of course I'm projecting, because that's what I tell my family when I'm sleeping with a bunch of strange men. I get sidetracked with a mission to try and find her when I finally come across her, and not in the way that I had originally intended, which is pretty disappointing.
Guess you're not used to talking to the opposite sex, but here's a hint. This is not working.
Wow, she just put a knife in my heart, but instead of finding another cylindrical red object to throw at her face, I take the high road because violence isn't the answer. While I'm wandering around again, I mistook her room for mine, but realize my error when it doesn't look like the room of a 20-something-year-old gamer. I mean, where are all of my used tissues? I cry a lot. I mean masturbate. Since I was already here, I took the clothes of the guy who was sleeping on her floor, as he's clearly not going to be needing them. Doing this gave me access to a whole nother part of the building that I wasn't allowed in before. As it turns out, somebody's throwing a party for the guy that I'm here to kill. There's a room full of people smoking, and before I can do anything about it, one of the other crew members realizes that I'm a phony. One might say it's a little extreme that all the police started shooting at me just for trespassing, but I'm American, so this is pretty normal.
This is America.
You shouldn't leave that here, sir.
After reloading another save, my violent tendencies come out again. I take this guard's outfit, hide his body, and come across the building's ventilation system.
That's a surprise tool that can help us later.
Before that, though, I walk around the manager's office to see if I can find anything that might be useful.
According to the schedule.
Shut up.
As it turns out, there's an exterminator here today, and that gives me an idea. I should show him how much I respect all of his hard work and give him a big hug. This causes him to fall asleep, probably overwhelmed by my gratitude, and I offer to finish the rest of his shift. Not only should you remember to subscribe, but you should also remember to hug any customer service worker you find, whether they want to or not. Trust me, I do this all the time, and I have one less pending lawsuit against me than Deshaun Watson. I need financial help. I grab everything that I need from the van outside, and then let the manager know that I'm going to be working upstairs. Once I'm sure everyone has cleared the area, oops, I poured toxic chemicals into the ventilation system. What is this, 1945? My target happened to be one of the people who moved downstairs and into the lobby, so I shoot him once I'm sure nobody is looking.
I need you to stand up. Two. Take him out.
Somebody was looking. After reloading my save, I do the same thing all over again. This time I shoot him from the window and nobody sees anything. Now it's time for the lawyer. I dress myself as an employee and attempt to get into the VIP area. All of this in hopes that I can find him and maybe convince him to represent me in a thing. Unfortunately, he's nowhere to be found, so the hunt begins. As it turns out, he was outside the entire time. Unfortunately for me, he has his security detail with him.
Hey, don't do that. Someone could get hurt.
Could stand high humidity. This is why I fled London. Cursing.
We could head up to the suites.
Yeah.
Ching.
Oh, fuck!
I crawl through a window to try and find some cover, change my outfit, and then start to make my way towards the exit. Along the way back, I went and retrieved my original outfit. Not really sure why, but Toyota RAV4 checking out. One dramatic speedboat departure later, and the mission is over. I only got a 1-star wanted level, so I'd say I did pretty good. And that's it for this video. Be sure to check out next week, where I'm going to be proving that the cam girl does like me, I just haven't donated enough money for her to be my girlfriend yet.